Hello, Steve White, Triple 89 for Steve 89. Some sad news for Star Trek fans. Sally Kellerman, the star of the second Star Trek pilot, the first pilot to sell, and technically the first episode of Star Trek, but not the first episode to air, that was The Man Trap, has passed away at 84. Now, she had a very memorable role as Dr. Dana. The story was quite a good story. Basically, Kirk's friend is affected by the travel through a galactic barrier. We don't want to get into that and Discovery and all the drama there, but there is something that affects people who have ESP, and his friend Gary Mitchell and Dr. Dana both have ESP, and they're both affected, and they both develop godlike powers, and then the crew has to deal with them, and there's a lot of issues. It's a very good episode, very intelligent episode. It really should have been the first episode to air, but unfortunately they aired The Man Trap, which was it's a good episode. It's got some character moments, but it's a bit of a Monster of the Week episode, and that's the reason the show was dismissed by a lot of people, I think, because of that original episode. But Sally wasn't the actress to star in MASH, the series. She was in MASH, the movie, which she got, I think she got an Oscar nomination for it, or the film got Oscar nominations, and she didn't reprise her role in the series. So I honestly haven't seen the MASH film, partly because I grew up watching MASH, and I don't really want to see other actors playing those roles, but I've heard it's really good and it's a classic, and there's a reason why it was made into a series. The film was good enough that it was made into a series. So I kind of want to see it, but I haven't seen it yet. I nearly watched it about 2 weeks ago, actually. But it's sad to hear that she's gone. She used to go to conventions. I really would have loved to have met her. She was a beautiful woman, intelligent woman. She gave a great performance, and she always did good interviews, and it's one of the best episodes of Star Trek. And because the original pilot didn't sell Star Trek, the case didn't sell Star Trek because it was too cerebral and there were some issues. They changed those issues, and they made a cerebral story, but they had some action and some fistfights and a bit of romance, and all that sort of helped to win over the networks and the studios, and that got Star Trek its green light for the series. And it really should have been the first episode. The first pilot was made into a 2-part episode later in the series because they needed to catch up, and they basically had a whole episode filmed, so they just sort of put that into a 2-part episode to sort of get 2 episodes out in the same time that would create one to catch up on the schedule, and that validated that as a different time period. But a lot of people return to the cage, especially Discovery writers, like it's the Holy Grail, and as much as it was pure Star Trek in some ways, some things didn't work, so they need to look at the series, more the series than just that. But I'm not sure if her episode is actually the superior pilot, but it did sell the series, and without her performance, I don't think we probably would have a Star Trek. So we have a lot to thank her for, and it's sad that she's gone. I really wish I'd met her. I don't think she ever came to Australia to do a convention, but she did do some conventions in the US, and she seemed fairly proud of her role. She did good interviews about it. Some actors, they sort of don't want to talk about being in Star Trek because some of them did it when, a long time ago, earlier in their careers, and other people, not so much. Some people are very proud of it. They talk about it, and she was always sort of proud of her role. And I don't have much more to say, but it's just sad she's gone. I wish I'd met her. I had a chance to meet the other Hot Lips, the one who was in Loretta Swit, who was in MASH the series. She was here in Australia. She was signing DVDs of the MASH series. I almost went. I was going to, but I had a hard time getting from work to where she was, and I didn't think I was going to make it. I didn't want to go all the way there just to miss her, so I ended up not going. I kind of regret that as well. So R.I.P. Sally Kellerman. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe, and if you get a chance to meet one of the actors from a TV show that you love, take it, because you may regret it later. I'm going to go. Thanks. Bye.